This is the Adventures of Super Chick. I'm Cecilia Sterling, and I have a story to share. So, a couple of days ago, I'm taking my child to school, and we're in a new community, and there are uniforms involved. This is new for us. And my partner, my husband, and I have been talking a lot about the potential benefits and consequences of a uniform. But I hear a lot of stories from friends about the tension around getting dressed in the morning. And in those particular moments, am like, whoa, this is a great benefit to having a uniform, right? And so far, my daughter is into it. So while it's a choice made on our behalf by the school, she is owning the choice. She's enjoying getting dressed. She's making choices about her hairband. The choices are limited but impactful. So to me, that's a win-win. And so we're going to school the other day, and we have a bit of a drive. And so sometimes I bring the brush so she can brush her hair while we're in the car, or I bring the rest of her breakfast so she can finish breakfast in the car. And on this particular day, I can't remember if it's the brush or whatever, but I go to look in the bag while I'm driving. I'll be honest, I'm stopped in traffic, and I look in the bag, and her sweater's not in there. And she's supposed to wear her sweater on this day as part of the uniform. And I keep the sweater in the bag just in case. We literally have an acronym for it in our house, JIC. I bring a lot of things in my car just in case. It's just how I roll. And sometimes we get invited to a pool party last minute, and it's cool because I have our swimsuits, JIC, in the car. But anyway, I say to her, "Where your sweater's not in your bag, and we keep your sweater in your bag just in case. Like, we don't have to pack your sweater in the morning, but it's not here." And she's like, "Oh, I don't know." And I don't know why it's not there. Like, I don't remember taking it out. She doesn't remember taking it out. So we're a little like flummoxed. How is it not here? And I mentioned I was stuck in traffic. We're now going to be a little late for school, and that's cool. They're pretty chill. I'm trying to be chill. There's nothing I can do about this, but that's a couple things like working against my successful, I'm an A student. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. Well, they have extra sweaters in the classroom in case someone forgets their sweater. So they're also JIC program. But we're potentially going to be too late to go to the classroom. They're going to be on to the next phase of the day, which is why they have to wear their sweater. Okay, take some deep breaths. It's cool. We'll just talk to them about it and see what happens. But I pause and I pray. And I say, which I reach out to the angels a lot while I'm driving, all throughout my day, but while I'm driving in particular. And I say, may this not be a big deal. Please help us arrive on time, safely, with a song in our heart, smiles on our faces. Help us feel happy. And then I think, what would be really great was if the message when we arrived was, we're just happy that you're here, versus you've broken a rule. And that would just feel good, right? And I just move on with my thoughts, and we've got some music playing, and I'm not too attached to this. I might be in another day, in another circumstance, but in this particular moment, I'm pretty zen about the whole thing. I'm allowing, there's flow, I'm in a pretty good mood, even though we're stuck in traffic. And so we arrive, and we see Lillian's classmates all in their sweaters leaving their classroom. So we're not going to have access to the extra sweaters in the classroom. So I take her to where they're headed, and I talk to the woman in charge of things, and I say, so not only are we late, we're sweaterless. And she says, that's okay. Go in here and see if there are any sweaters. And another student is doing the same exact thing. And we know him. And he's older. And so that's kind of cool for my daughter. We're on the same page with this guy. We love him. And we go to the sweater area, and there aren't any sweaters. And so I come out, And I say, there weren't any sweaters in there. And she says, okay, actually, a lot of people forgot their sweaters today. So they might be, they must be all gone. She said, and she just stops and she looks at my daughter and she says, you just be you. You just go ahead in there. And if your teachers ask, you can say that we looked for an extra sweater and there weren't any. And it was the most neutral, lovely version of, I'm just glad you're here versus you've broken a rule. Why didn't you remember your sweater? And then my daughter proceeds to walk into a room a little bit late in a new community with confidence. And I am feeling this incredible gift of community, belonging, comfort, safety, confidence, ease, love, joy, right? Fireworks in my heart. And there's a much longer story here, which you will eventually hear about how we arrived in this community. And there's a lot of intention in there. There's some twists, there's some turns, there's a lot of uncertainty. But this is where we've arrived. And interestingly, one of the moments on that longer journey involved a conversation between me and the director. And I talked to her about our fears, uncertainty, insecurity, concern, whatever, as we considered this community. And her response was, the children at this stage need to feel a sense of belonging. It's critical. So we like to get kids together before the beginning of the school year so that they have their people in that room with them when they start this new endeavor. And I was like, I know you're talking to me about my daughter, but you're really talking to me too. I'm joining a new community and I need to feel a sense of belonging. It's a human need and desire, right? And I have to appreciate in this moment how much my daughter and I are both feeling that very thing. And getting some more points on the side of potential benefits of having a uniform. And I just am so happy and grateful for where I am. And, I'm a busy mom. I'm a mompreneur, I think they say. I've got a lot of things I'm trying to sort out in this new phase of life also while we're joining this new community. And so I may not be recording this every week like I would love to. But I will show up when I can. And it's moments like this that I am so excited to share, especially when they are sort of that like proof in the pudding of I am in the right place, and all of those twists and turns along the way that I will share with you eventually were really important to help me arrive here in this divine space that is my life, that is my present. And I'm really grateful that you're here with me. So thank you. And with that, I'll say ciao for now. I'm Cecilia Sterling, and these are the adventures of Super Chick.